Alrighty, so I wanted to give my opinion on the article that was posted by Bounding into Comics. The editor in question, his name is Daniel Mills, and the article reads, Batman's no-kill rule is outdated. I wanted to give my perspective, so please don't mob the guy, but he made some good points saying that Batman just knocks people out, puts them back into Arkham Asylum, and then they get out and they commit massive criminal activity that might get people killed, and he doesn't lead to a permanent solution in most of these cases. But I think if Batman just is a bloodthirsty murderer, it sort of defeats some values that were set by Bruce himself, saying that he wants to try things a different way. He wants to go about things without resorting to the same things that criminals do. He doesn't want to repeat that cycle of murder over and over again that unfortunately took the lives of his parents. I think that is a strong tone when it comes to recognizing who Batman is, his values, his principles, and noticing the flaws that this character has. That's why in certain renditions he doesn't kill people, but even the editor in question said that he doesn't want Batman to become a bloodthirsty murderer, right? But if you take that life away, Batman knows he crossed the point of no return. That means that the person that he killed, they don't have a chance to reform. They don't have a chance to possibly even aid him. They don't have a chance to possibly even go back to their loved one, their family, their friends, etc. because Batman took that life. But I can see the point of a criminal constantly doing something, constantly not reforming, taking many lives like the Joker, and then maybe Batman will be struck with that choice to make the hard decision. Will I keep this guy alive, or will more people die? But that is a interesting dynamic that is created between Batman and the Joker. That's what makes their stories so good, because Joker, he's already crossed that point of no return. He is a mirror to Batman. He's crazy, he's batshit insane, he kills people without a whim. Batman is more reserved. Batman knows he has to stop the Joker, and that's what makes their stories so interesting. So I'm glad you brought up stuff like Dark Knight. That's not to say that there isn't multiverse Batman that has ever killed someone in the past, because we have Thomas Wayne, we have different renditions of Batman in the Silver Age of comics who actually hanged people, shot people, blew people up, broke their necks. This version of Batman does exist if you have that itch for the completely insane murderer that Batman has become in multiverse stories. So again, everyone has differing interpretations of what a hero and anti-hero should be, whether it's Clark Kent / Superman saving people out of a tree, or whether it's Batman getting his hands a little bit more dirty. I think when these heroes break the mold, I think when these heroes are pushed to their limits in terms of what they're capable of, then it brings out a hint of humanity from them. We get to resonate with them as characters, because every human is also capable of a spontaneous and impulsive decision that could ruin their lives due to a negative outcome. And that outlook sort of reflects on the comic book heroes. It could also shape villains as well. What if you lose something that's vastly important to you? What if you get close and you really can't because you're a superhero? Having a steady relationship and losing what is important to you can affect how a hero operates. You have to keep all these aspects in mind, because even if you're bound in a comic world, there's still rules, there's still public perception about what people think about superheroes, whether they are a nuisance or helping the people. Batman still doesn't work within the confines of the law. Therefore, he still is an anti-hero. He still is a vigilante. He still isn't doing things that the law is supposed to do. He's helping put the fear into the criminals. There's still people out there that kill like Red Hood. People that were prime mistakes of what happens when Batman doesn't kill the Joker, and then he has to deal with that burden for the rest of his life. I think showing that Batman isn't a flawless character is what makes Batman interesting. He's not overpowered. He can't travel around the world faster than a speeding bullet. He is just a man. He is just a man with a broken history that had his parents taken away from him, but he still doesn't want to become the thing he hates. And I think that is very riveting, you know, when it comes to how they really try to hammer this in with mainstream Batman. Like I said before, Silver Age Batman killed people, no problem. There is multiverse Batman. If you like when Batman actually puts a bullet in people's heads, you can go and read Flashpoint. Again, there's plenty of anti-heroes out there that kills people. Batman isn't necessarily the Punisher. He handles things differently, and I think a little diversity and variety so everyone's not the same, that really works out well in the end. There are times where Batman does kill people and it doesn't make zero sense, like Batman v Superman, where an entire armada of men got blown up by a bat plane just because Batman is still understandably salty because his protege Dick Grayson got murdered by the Joker, but the Joker's still alive in the DCEU, and Batman had plenty of opportunities to kill him in Suicide Squad but chose not to and knocked Harley out. And then Batman's still angry, so he mows down all these men for no reason in Batman v Superman just because he wants to be grim, dark, and edgy. And I don't understand why Batman kills people without the no-kill policy. I thought it was going to be compelling and interesting in another form of media, but I guess not really. It depends on how things are written, right? Yeah, it really does. Well, I guess that's the moral of the story. Good writing might show how a no-kill policy would be cool to see, but bad writing just leads to, well, garbage. I will see you guys next time. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, share, and comment. Give your thoughts on the matter, and I will see you guys next time. Later.